4 teams will contest 4 games for the right to fight for the European Championship in Lisbon. If Luis Suarez and Cristiano Ronaldo continue the 5-goal form they're in, then the European Cup won't be the only trophy up for grabs if they both make it to Portugal. Tottenham Hotspur returned to the semi-final stage for the 2nd season in a row. Last season's fixture was a bittersweet one. A 1-0 defeat to the visitors that time, and then at the return leg, the rest was history. Spurs can make their 2nd final in 2 years, or Juventus can make their 3rd final in 10. A Lisbon homecoming is on the lips of Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, Bentancur isn't hiding any tricks. It's a direct one to Higuain. Takes it on the chest and wraps it around the goal. I think Sanchez is a little naive to give the Argentine that much time. Bentancur squares it to Higuain. Slapped away by Luis. First corner to Juventus. Judging by the sounds of it, a few capillaries were ruptured in the palms of Luis. Higuain punts in the cross. It's landed to Pjanic. Better catch from Luis. It's almost like catching a bullet between your teeth. Ronaldo has entered the building. Swings one in with pace, and Higuain just gets a glance on it. And Tottenham aren't quite out of the woods yet. Aurier is trying to plead his innocence, but the referee does not miss a thing. He tramples the toes of Ronaldo. Well, that's a very deep cross with pace. This drops into Chiellini. 1-0 for the easiest goal the captain will ever score in his life. And in less than 9 minutes, the seeds of a nightmare jungle has been planted on the pitch of Tottenham Hotspur's garden. Luis underestimates this. He comes out too late for it. And Chiellini is in the right place at the right time to catch the coin before it drops down the drain. The maneuverability of Higuain pays off as he finds Ronaldo. Aurier is terrified of touching him. Higuain picks up a shovel and starts digging a grave for Tottenham. It's a fantastic 5 goals for Gonzalo Higuain. More like Golazzo Higuain. Bergwijn. Dele Alli. Down the line to Aurier. Gets a good cross in first time, and Harry Kane is there to initiate the damage control. The Englishman gives them hope. Well, I think Matthew Delight was already thinking about what kind of boots he's going to wear in the final in Lisbon, while Harry Kane leapfrogs him to change the course of history. Aurier looking for a low cross to Son, but Szczesny is on his guard. Dombele flicks it up to Kane, who clearly has his eyes shut out of fear, perhaps. It's uncharacteristic. Higuain holding it up, waiting for support. Douglas Costa! And in the blink of an eye, Tottenham's tether is severed, and they are floating further away from Earth and into the darkness of space itself. Douglas Costa seemingly teleported into the danger zone at the speed of light. The flag stayed down, the defense is confused, Lloris is perplexed. Kane finds Son, Delight wipes him out, the referee does not care. As the feet of Douglas Costa seems to have a ring of repellent around him as he works the space to stun Lloris with a save. Spurs fans must be nervous every time Juventus have the ball on this side of the pitch. Higuain is tipped over by Lloris. Bentancur bends one in. Chiellini looking for a brace. Direct hit at the goalkeeper. Son has found Kane. Now he's got to figure out what he's going to do with it. Takes a deflection off a Chiellini on the way. Davies ignores the calls to shoot, but he finds Dele Alli. Now Son, as it whistles wide. We close in on the half-time break, and Tottenham could have reduced the deficit there. That's the closest they're going to get. Pjanic. Nice pass to Ronaldo. And he's denied his name in history on the score sheet. Now played. And Tottenham are no closer to reducing the damage. Kane against the knee of Matthew Delight. The frustration is scrawled across his face. Pjanic. Class flick up to Douglas Costa, who's just too short for it. Aurier spots a wicked run by Bergwijn. And he just can't make it there before Szczesny does. Well, the Dutch dynamite is usually quicker than a hiccup. But he's just caught short before the Polish protector Szczesny. Bergwijn, Son, first time onto Kane. Slapped away by Szczesny. Dombele. Lucas! Well, the Amsterdam icon doesn't have any answers tonight. Sissoko brought down by Matuidi. Play carries on. Lucas again. Oria picks up where the Brazilian left off, and he's still dancing around everywhere, and he's found a way to convert. And in the dying embers of the game, Tottenham have reduced the damage. Serge Aurier has been on the tear since the responsibility for Juventus has opened up. He's made it his duty to put it right all evening with the attacking enthusiasm he's shown tonight. He's been redeemed with a goal of his own that Tottenham can take to the Allianz Arena in Turin and go back to the drawing board. Dombele practically assaulting Chiellini. Son is through a goal to equalise. Oh. Son, I'd stay off social media for a few days after that howler. He's got the whole park to himself, and he still misses. Oh, the Tongans found Harry Kane out of nothing. Kane! And with one last roll of the dice, Harry Kane rolls a 0. Spurs have reduced the deficit, but the fact remains Juventus have won on the night and they have 3 away goals to take to Turin. Barcelona fans were booking hotels in Madrid by the time this semi-final first leg was over 1 year ago. Can Barcelona redeem themselves for their arrogance last season? Or will the yellow youth of Dortmund reach their first final since 2013? First minute, first corner, and De Jong has his first goal in the competition cleared off the line. Sancho squares it to Chan. Buys his time and finds Hazard, who pulls the string on the bow and fires an arrow. Deep ball from Arthur. Suarez is hacked down by Guerrero. Messi takes it quickly, despite the temptation to curl with it. Suarez! Oh, how did that one miss? Guerrero charging forward. That's a nice pass to Haaland, who tries a Van Basten impression. It's hard enough when it comes over your shoulder, let alone trying to wrap your weak foot around it. Hazard decides not to shoot because he finds Sancho, who is just too hasty with it. Griezmann passes it on to De Jong. Arthur catapults it just wide. Suarez reads it. Messi gives it. Suarez feels it. Messi shoots. And the referee suspends the game in light of a penalty kick. To Barcelona, Akanji takes the bait. It's Messi versus Berkel. 1-0. And it's the master of all the magical midgets, Lionel Messi. It's not the usual Argentinian river dance, but it's a constructive and calm cutting of the wires to defuse the bomb that is the tension in the Nou Camp. But they was going to find a way to take the lead against these young whippersnappers. Hakimi bends one in. Piqué soaks it up. Now Arthur and Chan competing. It's fell back to Chan, who takes a chance. Arthur. Messi! Oh, rattles the crossbar. Here comes Griezmann galloping forward. Squares it to Messi. Pushed away by Berkel. Erling Haaland is in business as he frees up Hazard. Oh, what a save. Piqué can't get there in time before Griezmann does. Frankie de Jong! Well, that was a whirling dervish of a chance from nowhere. Seemed to be in the air forever. Semedo on the overlap. That's a low hard cross in and nearly a catastrophe for Dortmund. That's a long ball. Haaland knocks it down nicely to Jadon Sancho. England's human highlight reel list went into the box for Haaland. But Oh! So much to take in that one Dortmund attack. And this would have been a stunner. It dips on the palms of Ter Stegen. Sancho to bend one in. Royce! His turn to round the crossbar. And Ter Stegen stops this rebound like a torpedo, skipping along the surface of the ocean. Griezmann with the early cross in and lands in the lap of Messi. And he takes too long to compose himself. Berkel looks up. The players on the pitch looks up at the clock. Oh, and it's found to Dembele. Ousmane Dembele to kill it. And I think the only thing he's killed is his career. He's standing with the audience in the new camp. Witzel shrugging off Luis Suarez. Guerrero back to Witzel. Here's Sancho. Plays it into Götze. Mario Götze. The World Cup winner of 2014 has returned with late drama here in Spain. Barcelona held on to that penalty kick as tight as a homeless beggar would his last dollar, but it's been snatched away from his grasp by a younger and hungrier competitor. A thrilling affair at the Nou Camp. The cards are on the table for the return game of poker in Dortmund. Not a bad start to the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals. Two very different scorelines with two very dramatic climaxes. And the goal-scoring charts are dominated by three of the four semi-finalists. Suarez, Ronaldo, Higuain and Kane all climbing on top of each other for that golden boot. So what do you think? Is still very hard to call, isn't it? What's your predictions for the second leg? Will Tottenham repeat their heroism of Amsterdam? Will Barcelona be humbled in their second semi-final second leg in a row? And will Cristiano Ronaldo find his way home to Lisbon?